we read a great account of the Beatitudes in Matthew's Gospel in chapter 5. It is here that Jesus goes up a mountain and has people gathered around him, and he talks to them and preaches to them and teaches them about the best way for them to live their lives, the way that's going to bring them the greatest happiness. And as we read through these Beatitudes, we find that this is the way that Jesus is living his life. And he's hoping that through sharing that with the people, that they too will take these on. So in their decision making and how they live their lives and how they treat other people, that the Beatitudes will form this underlying factor that will help guide them to living a greater, more fulfilled life. So from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, when Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to speak and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So when Jesus talks about the poor in spirit, popular interpretation is that we are all poor in spirit, and it highlights our need for God. So those people that don't need God, may not see themselves as being poor in spirit, but we believe as Catholics that we're poor in spirit in a way that we have our reliance on God. We need to know God, we need to connect with him. So the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. And this state of mourning isn't just for ourselves, but the mourning that we do for others, looking towards others in the rough situations they may be in, that we also mourn for them. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. What does it mean to be meek? To be meek is to be gentle, it's to be patient. It's to just be able to sit back a little bit and not get too controlling and not always have to be in amongst it. So blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Righteousness, those thirsting for righteousness, what is right? A lot of our social justice that we follow, a lot of those trying to find what is the right thing, the just thing to do. This is what Jesus is calling us to do. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. When people think about mercy, what is mercy? Initially, people will say mercy is about forgiveness, and that's true, but it's forgiving with the heart of God. It's more than just forgiving somebody, I forgive you and moving on, but it's forgiving with an enduring love, only the love that God can give us. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. This pure in heart points to us being totally for God, a purity, nothing is mixing in with it. Our own purity, our own pure hearts are focused on God and our relationship with God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Peacemakers are those who are about bringing people together, about finding a sense of unity within our families, our friendship groups, within our workplaces, within our schools, within society. Being peacemakers, unity. It's all about unity. And finally, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So those people who are criticized for their beliefs, but still hold firm, hold strong, no matter what people say. Family, friends, what is the media saying? What are other people saying? Person in the street about you, praying, about helping other people, whatever it is that you do. If you're being righteous, you're helping other people, you're being persecuted for that, but holding strong, then theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And it ends with, blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. It's one of my favorite lines in the Bible. For your reward is great in heaven. And we have those rough moments of trying to follow Jesus, of trying to be a good Catholic, trying to do what is right against a lot of opposition. It's that reminder that your reward will be great in heaven. So a great passage there for you to read, for you to reflect on, to pray with. It's not something you can easily read through and just tick all the boxes and go, good, this is what I'm going to do. It's something you really need to bring into how it is you're living your life each day. Even if it's just picking a few of them at first and trying to work on those. It'd be very hard for us to be able to cover all of these all of the time, but it's a roadmap. Jesus followed this roadmap and he calls us to also follow this roadmap. Good luck.